SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Los Angeles Rams taking on the Chicago Bears.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for the...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Tackle made.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. The throw right sideline here is complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Jefferson. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Montgomery. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Kendrick, and he completes it to Cohen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
8 yards. And it's 4th down.
3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's 2nd and 8.
To throw on 2nd down, Kendrick. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's 3rd down.
Off play action. Kendrick. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. On the punt, they do get 7 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Cam Akers.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's good. Run, LA Rams. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this one to Cobb complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bears' 13-yard line.
This will be caught at about the 6. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's Akers. They try and run. Pushing tacklers aside and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Bears nothing.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And what we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do? to pick up a first down and change our momentum.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. And now it's third down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
From the gun, Kendrick. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged him and won the battle. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
So here are the Rams to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now a run with Akers. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Rams 3, Bears nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
They'll run here with Akers. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the the 30-yard line.
Here's Akers. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
That's good for an LA run.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. A gain of 3, second down.
Carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They'll run here with Henderson. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal. There's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A good pickup there, 7 yards. And it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
At the 2-yard line.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Caught out left side by Robinson. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And the Bears 1st down.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Kendrick over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
Complete to
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gay is on for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And on the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kendrick. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Yard loss on the
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Kendrick. A screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Complete. Jefferson the target. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. The throw complete to Cam Akers. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Good for an L.A. Rams.
Out of the gun, they look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. If they want a 1st, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Below Nichols. Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun, Kendrick. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Off the play fake. Kendrick.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Kendrick gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line.
Gain of 12.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he'll go down at the 28. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left.
It's second.
A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
5 yards.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
The kick is good. Makes the score Rams 17, Bears 3.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Niners who are able to come away with the road victory. 23-17, the final score. From there, let's get to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. A touchdown the difference. 21-14, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 28-yard line.
That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
For an L.A. Rams.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Tyler Higbee. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
To Cooper Kupp.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
3 at the 34-yard line.
On the give, this is Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 27-yard line.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burt?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Kendrick. That is caught by Cohen. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Kendrick into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. But I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Cam Akers.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Going right back to Akers. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
$51 yards on the punt there.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Akers.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
The 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
A 44-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
That's the score. Rams 34. Bears 3.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. On first down, Kendrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.